So, hi guys, I am Jeet. So, in this video, I'll show you step by step how we can upload images, videos, and create, delete, read file from S3 bucket using Node.js. And after uploading images, we'll use also later on MongoDB database to store the images file URL. How can we store? So, first of all, we'll follow the step. We'll write down the steps we will follow. So, first step is so create an IAM users. Create an users. Okay. Second step will be IAM user. Okay. So hard step here IAM users credential. Yes, credentials. So what are the credentials we will need? We will need like access key, access key, access secret, okay, this, okay. Now next step, second step will come for bucket creation. Create a S3 bucket. So we'll create a AWS S3 bucket. Now next step will attach a bucket policy to this bucket. Okay, attach a policy so that what are the operation can perform, whatever the policy will define, they can access only this. So attach a policy this bucket. Okay. So we have already write this steps. So after creating this bucket, we will get some bucket name, bucket name, and bucket region. Region, region. We'll get these properties. Okay. So first of all, we'll create an IAM users. So why we will create an IAM users? Basically, we will create an IAM users instead of using the root users. The purpose of creating IAM users is suppose we are the team of 4 to 5 persons, and I am the root users. If I provided access key, my root users access key, everyone, so root users can access the whole so root users a root users can access whole control in this AWS console, but IAM users only can access whatever the permission and policy will attach to him. So it is better to secure and we will create an IAM users. Okay, so I will go to this my AWS console. So I will go to this AWS console. So this is my AWS console. I am already logged in. So make sure you have logged in this AWS console. Now first step, I will create an IAM user. So here I will search IAM users. So I am finding my IAM users. Okay. Inside this, we will create this users icon, users button. So in this users button, we will create a new IAM users. These are the different users I have already created. So I will create a new users. So the name is bucket tester. Tester. Okay. So first of all, we will provide a name bucket tester. So then it will asking for specify user identity center. So no identity center. No, we will provide a programmatic access so that they can access our Node.js server. Okay, Node.js API request they can access. Uh, Next step custom password. So it will asking for auto generated password or custom password. We will provide some custom password. So custom password name is give you password to this users. Okay, so now next step will it will asking for, it will already check user must create a new password at the next sign in. So this means that if we uncheck this, if we now we are uncheck, if we are uncheck this, it means then so they will access this password bucket at the rate of 1323 this password when this login. Or if we are check this whenever they come into this console to check their bucket, they will create a new password. Okay, for the first time. So I'll go to this, click in this next step. After clicking this next step, we'll come to this place. So we can go to this where we will create a attach a policy. So attach a policy, where I will create a attach a policy. So in this policy section there are already have different policies. So we'll attach a new policy. So there is already have a administrator access. So if you are providing administrator access, they can access anything resources, any resources from this AWS account. Suppose like different service, lambda services, or like inventory services, or video recognition services. So different services they can access. So we'll access only, will provide these IAM users only S3 full access. So S3 full access. Okay, don't worry. Will provide this S3 full access. So this is the benefit of creating iMixer. If we are using a root users can access all these properties. But IAM users, we are providing that he can access only S3 bucket, no other resources they can access. Okay, so after going to this, we will go to this next step. So okay, so after go to this next step, what they are will asking. Okay, so create users. My IAM users is already created, just create. Okay, my users is created. So we will copy this AWS sign in console, because we need this maybe. So this is the ID. So this ID is needed for the this users want to log in this console. This ID is needed. So next step will bucket user's name. So the user's name is, I know the name is this, then we'll ask him for password. So the password, so this password, and user password will get this. So now we'll need a secret key and access key and password. Okay, a secret key. So we'll go to this, return to the users list. Okay, continue. So my bucket is already created, this bucket tester. But how can they access? They can access through the secret key and secret password. Okay, so we'll go to this here, we'll generate, just here we'll find that create access key. So how will create access key? So how we will provide their, we can provide them our AWS command line interface. Okay, so command line interface will provide access. Okay, I will understand. Okay, click in the next. So don't need anything. So we will copy this access secret key. Access, access key, and access secret. This is the access. Okay. So I have already collected this AWS access secret key for this IAM users. Yes, we don't need, I have already copied this. So IAM users have complete creation is done. So the next step is create a bucket, AWS S3 bucket. So we'll go to this S3 bucket. We'll search for S3. So it will show me S3 bucket. Okay. So I'm coming to this place. So yes. So there is I have already created some bucket. So I'm creating a new bucket. Okay. There is two options: general purpose bucket or directory based bucket. So general purpose bucket is that the users can access only this account. Suppose this account is my AWS SS, okay, something, or if I use this bucket, so we need to that which of the reason they can access, okay, which different accounts. So we can general purpose access only this reason, okay. So the bucket name is my G, my G, okay, bucket name is my G. Create SCL disable. Okay. SCL all the object. So SCL disable and SCL enable means all the bucket in this bucket are owned by the account and access to this bucket and its object is specified using a policy. Yes, they can access only through this policy, but if we choose this object in this bucket owned by other account, suppose different bucket users can access by their access key and secret, but no, we are providing only access key to this account provided. So through this account, whatever the access key and secret we will provide, they can access only through this. So now next step is block access policy setting. So block access policy, we make sure that we should disable or uncheck. So okay, because unless we are check this means whenever our image file media is uploaded to this bucket, they can not open this file. It will show that you cannot access this file, okay. So make sure that you have unchecked this, okay. So now next step is bucket versioning. All this keep it as a default. Will create this bucket, okay. I have already just created my bucket. Yes, my git bucket is created. So my git is bucket created and its reason is bucket reason is bucket reason is US East 1 and bucket name is my git. My git. Okay, I have already accessed this. So now we'll click again this because we need to provide a attach a policy to this bucket so that whatever the operation they can perform in this bucket, okay. So we'll provide, go to this, okay, coming to this inside this permission tab, will come to this permission tab. So in this policy, so bucket policy, here this is a bucket policy. We'll click this just edit. So we need to provide a bucket policy, create a bucket policy. So just for this we will copy this first. Suppose this is my bucket policy. I'll explain this first. So what are they mean? So this is the bucket version of our bucket. Okay, bucket versioning is by default this one. Okay, the next step is we will provide a meaningful name to this policy. So we can you can give anything name, but I will provide some meaningful name as public read bucket object. Allow what are the actions allow. Now next step come into this like for principal stars. Principal all means that who can access. So who can access? They can access all users. Any users can access. Access it doesn't mean that they can access, upload, delete anything. They can only uh, access through access key and secret. They can perform upload other operation, but they can view the file in this S3 bucket. So the next step, an array of operation actions. So first of all is get object. So whenever you don't need, if you don't find anything, you will just search here AWS get object. Okay. So just I will copy this here. We will search for already signed in that's why it doesn't show me. Okay, you can find anything. Okay, get object, put object, delete object, and get attribute. So next step is will provide resources. Which bucket? So the bucket is the name of is myg. Okay, so my policy creation is done. So we'll go to this save changes. Okay, just go to save buckets policy cannot be saved. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. Just make some mistake maybe. Okay. You either don't give permission to this bucket policy or granting access level with block policy access setting. Okay, maybe we are just one more thing we need to make sure. Just 1 minute. We'll go for this. Okay, we'll go to this bucket. Okay, permission, block access policy. Okay, we have this is already enabled. Make sure this is unchecked. Okay, we have been edit. We can edit. So we'll disable this and save changes. So make sure yes confirm. So I can confirm. Now we'll go to this policies again. This policy. Okay, okay. Just click in edit. Okay, okay. Save changes. And okay, because we are not providing the name of these policies, right? Name of this bucket. Just say, what are the again we are getting error. This error. I'm not on the right time. Yes, our it is created. Just bucket is created our and policy it is attached. Okay. So now we are coming to this. We have already collect this information. My bucket is already done. So that will whatever that we have collect, just will copy this in our environment variable. So this is my access key. Access key. Okay. So next come into this secret. It's my G. Okay, my G. Okay, bucket reason. Okay, bucket reason to change. Bucket reason is AWS S2. So we have collected all this information. So now we will come to this So the next step we need to uh, initiate our Node.js environment. So first of all, we will run npm init. Yes, 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 yes. So environment is created. Now we'll need to install some packages like Express, npm Express, install course, setup, install course, now npm install Later, uh, AWS client. Okay, just okay. This will make sure open it's going to install this package and install AWS SDK. So for this, we can perform operation by this npm packages. Okay. Okay. So I have installed all these packages successfully. So now we'll create some file. So first of all, we'll create a file that is called server.js. So whenever we created it will asking for index.js. So instead of giving index.js, main file is on my server.js. So here server.js. Okay, and also we will use modules. Okay, instead of common just syntaxes import will used. Okay, so type is equal to module. Okay, so it just this is a module. So now we are in this server.js file. So we'll create our app, export, express, express. So we need to install one more package that is called env file. So I'll install one more env, env, course. Next we will create an app server. Create the server. Now next step is providing also we are using tools so that access otherwise we will get a course error. So we will set up course error and use course. Okay. Website type. Okay, one more thing you need to include is marker for file uploading and we will set a marker here marker. Okay. So it is we create an endpoint support create an API app dot get so slash API slash upload whenever someone clicks all these API slash API slash upload product will perform some operation. Suppose there will get request, response, and next. In these parameters, we'll get the request, response, and next. Then we call whatever the query you will have received, we will just console and return send a response. So, let's see. Middleware that is called AWS S3 Using message endpoint is created. Code. So there is a code in the process.env file. Otherwise, you have to take the code. Now we our server will is so what is the callback function. Okay. So we'll test this API first. Huh? This is connect this API. So we'll call this API push request HTTP simple script. Upload product, right? So in this upload product, this request body, just we are using first row body, so it provides some details. Request first, we'll check this our API is working correctly. So our product is uploaded and whatever the code is provided, it is console successfully. Yes, console. So now we'll provide the setup the middleware for file upload. So we'll create a folder first. So suppose we are creating a folder src source folder. Inside this source folder, we'll create a file called s3 config.js. So where our S3 file is configuration is done. Okay. Next one more file is created as a file upload middleware. So in this file, the file upload.middleware.js file will handle all the product upload file upload related operation, and in this configuration related file we'll configure s3 bucket, so we can keep it different file, can keep and modular. So for this we'll import the s3 s3 file from this bucket. Okay. We will create const s3. So we will create an instance of this s3 client. So how you can configure it? Okay. So this we will asking for just one minute. Okay. So the next step will create will create an instance of S3. Means S3 client which takes an object inside this object. So the name is first of all, reason. It is asking for reason. The reason is it is given in the in the name we have provided, it is called AWS reason. Credential. Credential. Access key ID. So access key ID is EMC access key ID. Okay. Secret access key. Secret access key is provided. Access we have created S3 instances of S3 client gate. Okay, now we need to export so that other file we can access this. So export import S3. So now we have exported configuration is done successfully. So before this we will import import input input our credential they can access not successfully. So configuration is done. Next come to this file upload middleware file. Inside this, so we'll import some of these packages. Import S3. So what are the middleware? Basically, this put update command is a classes come from this AWS bucket. Through this, we can upload images, files, everything. Okay. The next step is we import multi from the multi. Okay. So now we have create this. Now we have to use need to configure the multi. See, configure the multi. Multi basically is a middleware which is used to upload file in Node.js. Okay, so upload security, Malta. So Malta takes some option that is called just to go to the and it needs configuration. Malta configuration need storage. So storage define that uh, where our file will be stored. So we are not using the disk storage. We are using this as a buffer. So random access memory, RAM memory. So that you can use multi dot memory storage, not the disk storage. So our multi configuration is done. Next step is like okay. So create a middleware function so which will handle the file upload. So create file upload. Text request response next. Basically, from the server.js file, we'll pass this as a middleware, and the request comes into this file upload middleware this file. So inside this file, we need to request responsive. So we need to use this here as a one more malter. So malter, whenever the request is come, we need to handle the file upload. So once upload buffer, upload to malter, upload to malter, which takes upload singly. Upload that singly specify that the file is one file or many more files. So for the first time, we are using as a single file. Next step after uploading single file, we will use that how can we upload multiple files. So inside this single, we will use as image. So this is the key which name is provided. So suppose in the front end when we are providing as a form data, so what keys we will provide? We will provide as an image name. So our monitor is done. So it return a callback function. It return a callback function. So we will use this upload to monitor which return a callback function. Inside this callback function we request response and again a callback function receives error. So it receives error. Inside this will so whenever the file is uploaded, the request it will then a callback function. It again callback function will have request response and error. So we check if there is an error just what we will do return response.ac uh, error to return this error messages. Otherwise, so we'll get here. So whenever the file is uploaded, we'll get in this request uh, key secret file information. Okay. So that is equal to request file any type. Okay. Again key. So whenever the file is uploaded, the key we will get once uh, the file name, just file name request dot file dot Now we have accessed the MIME type and the file name. The next step we need to upload the images. Okay, so S3 buckets for this we will create an object params. So to upload, so const params equal to an object will accept asking for like key, then again body, then key body, then it will ask me for content type. Key content type. Okay, key body and content type. Then one more thing it will be asking for reason. Just let me check. Bucket name. Okay, the name of the bucket where we want to upload. Okay, bucket. Okay, so when where we'll get bucket, bucket will create from the process.png dot bucket name. Bucket name is AWS S3 bucket. Then it is key. Okay, so this is the name. This is the original name, but we are file name. If we are providing the same name every time, there might be chances of naming confusion. So that we provide some unique name. So providing for unique name, we can use a library like called in the library QID. So just QID. Here, so just to install this UID, install UID. After installing, it will asking that how can we can this use. We can use just like this and theme UID. This is the UID UID 4, and then how can we call? Just we call this. If I call this, it will give us a unique ID. So my file name is this. So by we'll create a unique name key. So uh, key, key name, file key equal to template retriever. So UID key UID. So we'll call this UID plus just we'll add it as then again it is the original name file name. Okay, so file name is done. Okay, so this is there. So the key name is file key. The file key body. So body what will come in this? Inside this body will file get image file the body should need to provide this body buffer. So whenever the multer is uploaded, so multer.single will get the buffer in this body. So we'll get buffer. File.buffer will use the content type is will already connected there. MIME type may be that videos, MP video slash MP4 or like images list png .jpg like that. So we'll provide those as a mi as a type. So my param is ready. So now we create an instance for uploading this in AWS. Uh, the upload command. Upload input of the command which takes params. Params in this. So how will you get? You just click here. You will get find with what it will accept. It will accept for bucket, key, body, content type. Oh, sorry, it's here. Sorry, just one second. I will show you how can you get the what are the things it takes in the parameter. Okay. In this input, they will asking body whatever the file and then packet name and their key. So which key will provide. So we'll create an instance. So const command equal to put object command. Then we will send this request client dot send. So we'll send just make a request. Uh, just insert this where is this S3. Now we need to send command every S3 let's see you can see H3 our file is uploaded as we are using as await keyboard so that we can use async. Yes, okay. So that file upload is completed. So this will be don't need to here. That's it. Yes, these all these operations are asynchronous, so that we just keep it as a we can just keep it as a try catch block. Try to get the error correctly. We can insert this or try block on this. That will explain once again. So suppose this is the upload file. Then after uploading, use this. So Malter, whenever the file is uploaded, it return a callback function. Inside this callback function, it will take request, response, and error. If there is any error, then it return the error message. Otherwise, we will access this and the file type, their name, and the key. And after this, we will provide this we will create a input param so that we are upload these images. Okay, then again key, body, and content type. So almost my file is ready. So file is ready. After uploading we will get the url. So the url is file url. File url will be like this http packet recent, right? Will sorry, Asking for reason. Looking for bucket name. Bucket name. And S3 dot asking for bucket region and then this key. So you can just copy this field. Very copy this. So whenever the file is uploaded, after uploaded the URL will be like this. D as a model. Okay, so when the file is uploaded, this is the bucket name already present. This is the uh, parameters, then bucket region, and then AWS button, and then params key. So the param key is like this. It's not the param key. Only this the key we are using, this file key. So we can access this URL. So now we'll control this URL. So URL, image URL, image URL, URL. Okay. So now image URL is ready. So whenever this image URL is ready, so now where we need to access? We need to provide this in our. We need to provide this server. Suppose from the server.js file request, it will use middleware, file upload middleware as a middleware here, and after file upload middleware we need to send back to this other files. So we will use just next inside this next we will call this pipeline. Call this pipeline, the control goes to this next middleware. Okay, so now we will go to the, we have configuration option is done. So we will just before and after middleware. Okay, now we come to this import file upload middleware. Node.js file. Okay, file upload Node.js middleware file. Then we will come to this file. Just click nice. We'll use this. So first of all, app dot post request come to hit this URL. After hitting this URL, we'll use this middleware file upload middleware URL. So file upload middleware just after file uploading, it pass control to this next middleware. Next middleware come control in this request response this callback function. So inside this callback function, we'll lock this request body, or after that we can set also this uh, file URL image URL. So image URL where we will get, we image URL we will get. So we are asking calling, before calling this URL we just call attach image log body dot image URL equal to sync URL. So that inside this request block we can access this image URL. Okay, so we'll just copy this file and request image URL inside. So my file upload is ready, so now we can paste it. Okay. And we'll call this URL. So in this time earlier we have used row, but we can use now as a form data. So inside this form data we can pass as a image, right? Whatever the name we are provided, we are providing there as a name. So this name image we use here. This this is the image. Okay. So if we are changing like a file, then we can change there as a file image. So the type is file, and you select this file from here. So now we have used yeah, we can use any image URL. Okay, okay. And just counter this. Suppose okay, we are getting an error. Okay, no issue. What error we are getting? Let me check. Result credential is not valid. Okay, okay, okay. Credential is not valid. Okay. Let's verify control here. Just config.js, right? And go to this config. AWS access key ID, access secret. So for the file, access key ID, access secret, just we will replace it because there will be just txt from this here. This is the secret key. Okay, secret key. Okay, then it is secret. Okay, but we have to server config.js. Okay, so reason credential secret key ID process.mp access key ID. Okay, this is not correct name. We have to provide a valid name that is this. So my file is uploaded successfully and we are getting the response. So let me check this one. Okay, okay, okay. Undefined. But we are getting undefined. We are getting undefined here. What is called undefined is called reason. Just 1 minute come with this file to video. We are using process dot bucket name. So this name may be like different in name. We are using AWS S3 bucket name. What we use AWS bucket name. Click this again. So again I will check how I can this instead of undefined. Check this again. Yes, it's done. So now my file upload image is done single images. So what we will do if I needed to upload multiple images? So just 1 minute I will show you how can we upload multiple images. Okay. we will be uploading multiple file part. Okay, so now my file upload single file is uploaded, so that I can just comment it and comment on the single file upload part. Okay, uploading multiple file, get another middleware. So file, file upload. So it is middleware. Okay, to upload the file in memory storage, right? So you can upload data, also upload array. So already we are using as a single image. Now we are used as an array. So we will use image. So there is multiple file we are using. Instead of image we are using images name. And the second parameter it will ask you for maximum count. So how many file users can maximum, just we provided maximum file users can upload. Okay, now use again try catch block. Try catch block. And again the combo function, so combo function gets error. Okay, error, here it will, we are accessing directly easy single file, but here is a multiple file, so that request dot files it provides an area, so that we will do this. So we will go for loop for file of files. So files, okay, is will iterate request or files. So after uploading each file will come here. So instead it will iterate a single file. Okay. So now you get the MIB type everything. So now we create a parameters. So you will ask uh, then then it will ask you file dot and file dot and it will be give like this, So bucket. So inside this bucket, what is the name of this bucket? So let's say dot just to use this AWS bucket name. Okay, then okay, the file dot buffer. Get an AWS put instead of S3 uploads get parents as an argument. Okay, parents array S3 dot send. So S3 file is uploaded. After file is uploaded, you get the URL, right? Here is the URL. Here it gives you the image URL. Image URL will be three bucket user into bucket reason. Okay, the bucket region. Let's say bucket region, right? It's region. For AWS Amazon.com. Okay, Amazon AWS.com. So the key will be now key will be okay. We are not storing this key anywhere, right? So we store this key somewhere. Just to do so we are just file key. File key. So file is uploaded successfully. We will get the each URL. Okay. After uploading, we are getting the URL. So inside this, just before this, we create a just an empty array first. 5 million URLs. Then empty array. After uploading successfully each time. Okay. After uploading each times, just push this URLs push is single image URL. Okay. So successfully one is completed. Look at this after loop is completed, we'll just again edit. So we have the image reference, image reference, okay, and then that go to the next video in this pipeline. Okay, so now what we have done, so just again we are instead of syncing we are using array and again uploading it upload data it return a callback function request response and error. If there is any error we will throw the error again for after each image uploaded for restoring we create an empty array and again when after uploading this file we will get the files is an array, so we are iterating each of this file and create the key file key. Then again in this file dot buffer we'll get the body whatever the content buffer, then bucket name, file key, content type and MIME type. So after all this uploaded against we are creating this output object command for uploading instead of these classes. So after S3 dot send it will upload. After uploaded you will get the image URL and after image URL we are push this inside this. So it is an async okay run everything. Now after inside this we are using request on body dot image URLs. So within this request we can access easily and so that after we run this next middleware in this pipeline. Okay, so done. Now we'll export this instead of okay, it's middleware. So we'll import here, upload, file, and inside this, it is done. So we can make it ready. Get ready for paste. We'll go to this console and again just so I have already images upload will add in more. Okay, so I'll edit my more image URL. So first I will edit let this to okay let this 3 okay insert. So three image URL we are uploading this and instead of image we are using images as a key. Now we need to just call this API. So let's check what is it. Okay, request of body dot image URLs file upload middleware. Okay, then go. File upload middleware 97 number lines. Okay, 97 number line. This is the okay image URLs. Yeah, maybe we are outside the loop. We are operating. Okay, so my loop start here. Okay, request of body. Sorry, not response. It's a request. Okay. Yes, it's uploaded successfully because we are getting error not responses because uh, like this maybe this way Getting the response, yes, we are getting the responses successfully. But in this image, not image URL, if we are using image URL so that you will get the response correctly. Here, so we will get each of these image URL correctly as an array after uploading. Okay, just let me show this. Just a minute, let me confirm what I miss in this URL. Just if I miss something, maybe. Okay, okay. We are missing something. Just a minute. Let me definitely recheck it. Okay, I got this. When we are configuring the URL, we are making this mistake. Okay, so the image URL path is like we need to correctly configure. This is the image URL. Okay, this is the image URL. So what you make mistake? Use an HTTPS file key. So if for system development, AWS reason very good. Again, key, file key. File key is what will be FILE file key. So image you are clicking here successfully. Let me check again. https://gmail.com/. Okay, okay. Mistake. It's successfully loading. There is a error is this when configuring this URL. Make sure this you can configure. So what is this text? It HTTPS path, then second bucket name dot s3 dot reason dot amazon h3.com.file key. Okay, whatever the file we are providing this name, so whenever we are providing this file name as a file key, so this file key we will use. So the next part we will discuss about that how can we delete and how we can save in this s3 bucket and how can save this. Okay, MongoDB database.